Well, once again, we say welcome aboard. It's good to be with you at this time. Brother Mund speaking. Our program here called A Fisherman's 5-Minute Look at the Book of Psalms, Psalm chapter 90. A couple of good verses here that I found that I like. And if you're going to talk about verses to really fish around, there is a lot of good fish meat here. Psalm chapter 90, verse 1 and 2. What a blessing to be with you by means of radio from the offices of Men Ministries International, the studios. I'm actually behind the microphone. There are a lot of pictures, and I'm actually looking at some people that listen to our program. You know, isn't that unusual to be able to do something like that? Thank you for sending us a photo from time to time. Also, it's good to hear from our radio listeners. If you ever like to contact us, we're as close as the old computer, and most people have those. I've been third world countries, and they're access to a computer. Now, sometimes they had to go to the internet cafe, so forth, but that just FOMM.org. That'll bring you directly to us here at Fishers of Men Ministries International. If we can help you, leave us a message there. Psalm chapter 90, verse 1. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. My, what a statement. You know, it says here, from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. That's what makes God God. God is eternal. God lives forever. God's works are forever. His attributes are forever. As far as God is concerned, we think about everlasting, the word eternal, perpetual, continuing, indefinitely, endless duration. That's God. I be honest with you, I can't hardly grasp that. I don't know what it's like from everlasting to everlasting. My mind cannot even get into everlasting. In fact, God dwells in another, how do I put this, where I'm not misunderstood. He's in another realm. The world would put it like another dimension, you know. What is this actually called? In the book of Isaiah chapter 57, verse 15. This week we're going to be talking about everlasting to everlasting thou art God. And we're going to search out some areas of everlasting that I hope will be a blessing to you. Isaiah chapter 57, verse 15, where is God? For thus saith the high and lofty one, that inhabiteth eternity. What? That inhabiteth eternity. Now that I cannot grasp. Eternity. A place, we sing the song, the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and it says, and time shall be no more. I can't understand that. I've been stuck with time. Everything I see is temporal. No matter how large a number I even form, it's always finite. We're thinking about all the electronic equipment that's here in this studio. We think about this building. We think about the house that I live in, the car, my health, my body. It's all temporal. But where God is, there's no time. We think about, my friend, you're headed that way. Where will you spend eternity? I'm glad I know this God that is from everlasting to everlasting. Psalm chapter 90, verse 2. Before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth. What? God formed the earth? I thought that some people in the realm of science says that the earth just developed from, you can get all kind of theories, whether the Big Bang, or whether you have just an area of primeval soup, and something just happened to come alive, It says that God formed the earth and the world, and it said even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. Now, to be able to grasp this a little bit, let me just find some areas of everlasting, some things that separate us from God. My friend, I'm temporal. I'm in a body that's headed for the soul. God is eternal, my friend. So what about this God? I find this everlasting to everlasting thou art God. This God, my friend, shows forth everlasting love. Now, just to throw that just for a moment, let you think about it. Now, this is so different from our love because my love is based on emotions and feelings and sight and circumstances. That's my love. But God's love is eternal. My friend, if you can, if He sends your way His love, it's forever. And I found this love in His Son, Jesus Christ. Until tomorrow, Fisherman Mund saying goodbye.